insure Geico for your money.
Canadian man legally lists gender as female to get cheaper car insurance. According to a report, this is an old story. This is a 2018 article. No idea how I came upon this. Just wanted to share this. Cover it real quick if you weren't familiar with it, and just have some laughs at it. It reminded me of Zuby when he broke the female powerlifter record. Well, he's pretty funny. Interesting guy. He's a conservative guy, but he's interesting. He's got some good insight on stuff, so even if you're not conservative, I think you could probably get something from his perspective. Interesting guy, as I said, very intelligent. He sounds a lot more professional when he's doing his videos than I do, that's for sure. So let's read well, how hard is that, right? But let's read this real quick, have some laughs. A Canadian man legally changed his gender to female so he could take advantage of better car insurance rates offered to women and save nearly up to 1,100 Canadian dollars, a report said. A man, identified only as David, who lives in Alberta, told CBC News that he was given a quote of 4,500 Canadian dollars for the insurance of a Chevrolet Cruze he wanted to buy. The insurers told him his yearly bill would be around $1,100 less, Canadian of course, if he was a woman. Men normally pay higher rates as the insurers deem male drivers under the age of 25 having a higher risk of getting into traffic accidents than compared to women of the same age. That data can be backed up statistically. We'll take their word for it right now. I'm not going to look it up. But even if that's the case, with the accident rates being what they were, I wonder what would happen if the shoe were on the other foot. If females were being charged more, even if they were more accident prone, would you have advocates out there for them trying to say, hey, it's not fair, you should balance it out, we should all pay the same? And we see that in health insurance a lot, where healthy people are really paying for, subsidizing in a way the risk pool for individuals who choose not to be healthy. Let's see what David decided to do about it. I was pretty angry about that, and I didn't feel like getting screwed over anymore, the man said, adding that he asked the insurers to change his gender on the insurance policy, a request they refused. But was our hero deterred? No, he wasn't. To take advantage of the lower rates and beat the system, David had to legally change his gender on a birth certificate. To do so, he had to acquire a note from the doctor acknowledging his identification as a woman before he could proceed with the change. It was pretty simple. David told the outlet about the process of legally changing his gender. I just basically asked for it and told them I identify as a woman, or I'd like to identify as a woman, and he wrote me the letter I wanted. After submitting all the documentation, just weeks later, David was legally a female and was subjected to lower premium rates for the insurance. I was quite shocked, but I was also relieved, he said. I felt like I beat the system. I felt like I won. No word on whether his life expectancy is going up automatically by a couple years due to the sudden change to womanhood. I'm a man, 100%. Legally, I'm a woman, he said, noting that he will be saving around 91 Canadian dollars per month. I did it for the cheaper car insurance. Love it. David, you're the man. Excuse me. Can't say that anymore, David, you're the woman. But the man's trick didn't earn him universal praise, and even drew criticism from some elected lawmakers. Stephanie McLean, a member of Legislative Assembly for Calgary Varsity, said in a tweet that the man committed perjury and that he should face time in prison. Prison time, huh? Alberta man admits to perjury, changes gender on government IDs for cheaper car insurance. He thinks he's so clever. Perjury is an offense liable to imprisonment of up to 14 years. It's not a loophole, it's a crime, she tweeted. I wonder if she would tweet the same in this current day and age where trans folk are doing this stuff all the time. Would she feel the same? Now, say what you want, it is funny, but coming out and bragging about it, that's the thing where you gotta, when you get away with something, you gotta keep it on the down low, homie. Come on, David. The trans community also criticized David for his stunt, saying it downgrades the whole process of changing one's gender. I think it cheapens the whole process. It sort of casts doubt on everybody else's motives for making those changes. Cast doubt, huh? Does it? Just just that cast out. I don't know. Marie Little, a former chair of the Trans Alliance Society, told CBC News, I think it gives ammunition to people who want to take rights away from trans people. So here you go. It's somebody who lives in a world of victimhood, this Marie Little person. They take rights away. So how is anything he's doing taking rights away from anybody in the trans community? But again, it's a weak-minded individual thinking everything's about them and only thinking through the lens of victimhood. But David acknowledged to CBC News that some people may need to change their gender on their birth certificate, and also insisted that he didn't intend to make fun of the trans community. But again, it's weak individuals. We see this in so many communities, not just pointing them out, of course, but it's so many, I say communities, but so many groups that just want to be victims all the time and want to make everything about them. Boo, hoo, hoo, me. It's all about me. You owe us an apology. Whatever. I didn't do it to point out how easy it is to change genders, he said. I didn't do it to criticize or ridicule. I didn't do it to point out how easy it is to change genders, he said. That does raise the question about the ease of change, doesn't it? Interesting. Something to think about. I didn't do it to criticize or ridicule trans or blaze rights. Alright, so there you have it. Just a quick story. It's kind of funny. I'm sure that there's a lot more stories out there like this. I would encourage everybody, if they feel like they're feeling some sort of way down there or in here, and there's some financial advantage that can be gained from going with how you feel, you know, should it be car insurance or health insurance if that's possible? I would encourage individuals to explore that because you owe it to yourself. This individual, David, he owes it to himself to explore his feminine nature. I would just maybe I would say this to David. Even though you think that you're 100% man, there's got to be something deep down, brother. There's got to be something deep down in your soul to where you really think that you are female. That's what you say when they come for you. When they come for you on Twitter. When the activists try to poo-poo and whine and complain. You got to come back at them hard, David. You've got to say, after further consideration and getting in touch with my feminine side, I have determined it's been a great awakening to where I now fully understand that I am indeed female on the inside. Though I may be male on the outside, female on the inside. So you can continue to save that money. I would encourage individuals to explore that feminine side if it has some kind of financial advantage for you, because if it can have some sort of advantage for you, why wouldn't you, right? Females make up about 60% of college entrants. Now, of course, they may be applying in higher numbers. That's not to say that they're getting preferential treatment, but if there's something that you can do to put yourself in an advantageous position, then do it. If you need to identify as a female, trans, another ethnicity, another race, when people want to play those games of victimhood, then you know how it is. We have to troll them. We owe it to them to troll them. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this story made you have a good laugh. And just remember what I said when you're exploring your feminine side or other sides. Explore those financial sides as well, because there's a lot to be gained from victimhood and pretending to be some other things, and you didn't hear it here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Be well.